Yo, what's up everybody? It's your boy MRC Core. Before we get started with Pokemon, go ahead and subscribe if you haven't already. It helps out a lot. Follow Dragon of the East on Spotify. We do make music out here. And leave a comment. What is your favorite choice band Pokemon to run? I would love to know. So I got a team for you guys. We got Banded Crobat here. We got Brave Bird, U-Turn, Cross Poison, and Defog out here. Very fast Pokemon in general. And thanks to Inner Focus, we cannot be intimidated. So it actually does a crap ton to Landorus. And whatever Intimidate user happens to be being run on a certain team. There aren't really that many in OU outside of Landorus, so there you go. We got nice standard Magnezone, standard Ferrothorn, my signature Lando set, and then we have a special substitute disable Dragon Dance Phantom Force Dragapult. Absolutely incredible set. I've swept teams with this all on its own before, just because it's so nasty. Then we also have Assault Vest Slowking with Counter. The reason that we're doing it like this is because it can 1v1 Dragapult, because it's running the same special defense that I think Galarian Slowking typically runs. And then we're running a little bit more defense on this because it's able to use counter a bit better. So, for example, if something like Corviknight uses U-Turn on us, we just hit counter and then whatever comes in is going to take a walloping. So it's just kind of that logic there. But we're going to go ahead, if I can find this team, jump into some battles. If I can find it, there we go, Banded Crobat. So we're going to go ahead and jump in. I hope you guys do enjoy. I've got a lot of content that I'm ready to make, although I'm making it quite slowly because I've learned things about the YouTube algorithm and just things that just work better for me. It's better if I make less videos because I get less burnt out, and it just kind of helps me in general. So we have a Ferrothorn on the opposing team. Crobat looks absolutely insane here. We'll be able to find out if this is Scarf very quickly. I don't think it is. Based on this team, it looks like it's Scarf Galar Zapdos, if anything. This is definitely Specs Pult. It could be Dragon Dance, but I think that's Specs Pult and then Calm Mind Clefable. And then it's Rock Spikes. Or it could be Defog, Rotom, Defog, Landorus. So yeah, we get a good chunk on that Rotom, and I'm just going to safely go into the Ferrothorn. I think it's the least drawback of my Pokemon, as they go ahead and Will-O-Wisp me, which is completely fine. What I want to do here is I just want to knock off an item. I think that that's the least drawback. I either knock off a Scarf on Gyarados, or I knock off the item on Ferrothorn. I could also get rid of Landorus's leftovers, depending on what my opponent does. They could also go Clefable, anticipating Leech Seed. If they don't go Pharaoh. They end up going Zapdos, which is actually much better for me. And it was Protective Pads, which actually helps a lot, because now it can actually start taking Chip. So what I want to do here is, alright, Pharaoh will take Spikes, Pult will take Spikes. Everything else is immune. So that's definitely not worth. The Brave Bird could come out here. I'm just gonna Leech Seed. Oh, it's Taunt. Okay. Interesting. I'll go into Crobat. I should live any one hit, as I just Thunderous Kick, which is completely fine. What I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna Brave Bird. Yeah, see, Ferrothorn, I'm going to do it again, because that Ferrothorn took 53%. Like, that's a really, really heavy hit. And I can't even go into Landorus here. Like, this is just going to punch through their team, which is exactly what Crobat does. Landorus, look at that, 47%. Like, it's hard not to go for it again, so I am going to go for it again. And that's like physically defensive Landorus as well, because most of them run Spidef these days. And they just put up rocks, which is fine. I'll take Landorus from you. And I still have Crobat here. So I end up wanting to go Pult. That's honestly fine. I sack this here. Alright, I wouldn't have gone for U-Turn because I don't know if that normally kills. Because that is a quad resist move. Alright, so they end up going to their Ferrothorn, which is completely fine. What I want to do, I'm just going to trap it since they allowed me to do so. We're going to get the Iron Defense up. Iron Defense again. And then I'm going to Body Press. And that's gone. I don't believe Zapdos knocks me out, because I have so many defense boosts. They'll end up going into Dragapult, presumably to Flamethrower. I'm just going to go into Slowking, anticipating that. As I go Hex. Okay, no, that was actually smart. Actually, no, it wasn't. That was a really bad play, because I could have just stayed in and Toxic'd. But that's completely fine. I'm going to go ahead and drop the Future Sight. If I'm not... Yep, there it is. There's Paralysis, of course. Yep. And that's goodbye to that. That's really annoying. And by really annoying, I mean that's extremely annoying. I'm just going to Earthquake here. I need damage. I need damage on this for, I think, Magnezone. Yeah, I don't mind. I want rocks so I can chip away at Zapdos and stuff. I'm just going to put this on a timer. It's probably leftovers. Yeah, that goes down, but Pult gets to come out and go for the safe substitute. I don't think it can break my sub, and no matter what, yeah, we go Will-O-Wisp, and then we just Dragon Dance. As they Volt Switch, we still have sub up. They go into Clefable. And I'm going to just Phantom Force here. They'll miss Moonblast. They'll probably Phantom Force again, and then I'll disable. Alright, we'll go for that Dragon Dance again. As they show Wish. And I'll just Phantom Force again here. So they'll miss that Moonblast. And that does even more to Clefable there. So they decide to Soft Boil again. We'll Dragon Dance yet again. Because they're letting me have this at this point. We disable that. So their Moonblast is disabled. I get behind yet another substitute. Why is it knockoff? Are you serious? Why are you... What is this set? What? Get out of my sight. Get out of my sight. I win. GG. No, I'm faster than you. Unless this is also sub-Pult. Like, what was that Clefable? What was that knockoff? What was that? What was that? Someone needs to tell me what that was. Like, come on. What? I was literally thinking, oh, it's Wish Protect, Soft Boil, Moonblast. It's just straight up support. No. It's so much worse than that. Yeah, it's a Draco. Yeah. No, GG. So you gotta leave a like for Crobat, because you saw what Crobat did. It got rid of the Ferrothorn, essentially. Like, it put that thing down to half, which is exactly what Magnezone needed. And they also just let it die to that, but also got rid of the Landorus. It was just a big threat because nothing could switch into it, and that's what Crobat does so well. Like, just being banded, it has very few switch-ins. Even Resist do take a pretty decent chunk from it, just because it's such a strong move in general. So, you know, it's just one of those things. So, this time, we actually got someone who has the most try-hard team of all time. And you know what I say about try-hard teams. They don't know what the Slowking does. So, they actually end up going into Melmetal. This should not be able to beat me in one hit, so I'm going to click Counter. If they Thunder Punch, this should OHKO that Melmetal in return. As they end up going hard into Zapdos, which I don't know why you would make that play. Like, I get why you would make that play, but I disagree with that play, fundamentally. I'm just going to bring in my Landorus, and I'm going to U-turn. As they land Hurricane, because of course you land Hurricane, I'm going to put rocks up. They're going to go for Heat Wave. Oh, they don't have Heat Wave. It's Volt Switch Hurricane. And that's probably specs to do that much. Yeah, that's 100% specs. What I'm going to do here is I'm just going to click Toxic, anticipating Garchomp or Landorus. Yeah. as we do get that nice Toxic off. We're actually going to go into Crobat in case they want to set rocks up themselves. As they go for the Scarf knockoff? Pretty sure that's Scarf. I'm just going to go into Ferrothorn. This is fine. This actually can't touch me that much. And I just want to get a Leech Seed off on whatever they go into. That was a crit. That was pathetic. Yeah, give me all my HP back, please. I'm going to Leech Seed again, anticipating them to switch. I don't think you stay in here. Yeah. As Heatran comes out, it's not on a balloon, though. So we actually get a good chunk back. I'm going to sack Crobat, in all honesty. It doesn't actually look that great, this matchup. Now, we do get that off, and that Leech Seed goes a really good distance. I'm going to defog here, so we can get rid of these rocks. And I now know that that is defensive Heatran. Yeah, so we're going to get rid of those. And I'm just going to go right back into Ferrothorn. So I know it's not Choice Band Melmetal, just based, because that was a crit 60%. There's no way that's banded. They go for Ice Punch, anticipating Lando. They get the freeze, though. Yeah, nice hacks. I'm going to see if we can Thaw, try to knock off an item. We do not unthaw. And I'm just going to go right back into Crobat, sack it. What I need to do is I need to be able to go Pult here. I need to be able to get Pult in. I can also bring in Landorus here. And I'm just going to go for the safe Earthquake. You have 2 flying types. Show me that you'll actually go into one. No, we get almost half of a Feeny. That's insane. This is definitely faster than me. I'm just going to go hard into... This is a tough one. I'm going to go hard into Slowking, just as a mid-ground, as I go into their Landorus. Now, I know that's 100% Scarf Landorus because of how much damage it did to Crobat, so I'm going to keep my Assault Vest, because I think Assault Vest is going to come in handy later, especially against that Zapdos. As they U-turn, they can get a little extra chip, and that should put them in range of Dragapult. Heatran wants to come out. I go hard into Slowking because we always beat this 1v1 with Slowking. As I do set rocks up, which is annoying, but it's not the end of the world. I'm also going to Earthquake here. As I go into Zapdos, which is very annoying. I'm going to Future Sight here, anticipating the Hurricane. Yeah. And then we're going to Ice Beam as well. Hurricane's not going to do a lot because that's Spec Zapdos. So we do that, and then whatever attack I go for here, plus Future Sight should knock them out. I'm going to Earthquake into Melmetal. Yep, so we actually get a good chunk on that, and that puts Melmetal in range of Dragapult as well. I'm just going to go right back into Ferrothorn. The more chip, the better. It's not Pad's Melmetal, so I don't know. It's probably Assault Vest. It's probably Assault Vest. So I'm just going to get my regen back on Slowking. That's going to go a long way. Zapdos comes in. I'm just going to attempt to Thaw. What I want to do is try to Leech Seed, because that'll go a long way. As I do go for the Specs Heat Wave, I'm just going to bring Slowking right back in. And I know that Specs because of how much it did to the Landorus. Yeah, so we're just going to do this. I'm going to Ice Beam again. But I refuse to believe that that is not Spec Zapdos. As I go into Heatran, which is fine, I'm going to Earthquake. Like, the Earthquake is going to do about 60-70% of this Heatran. As I Toxic, I don't mind. Oh, it does 40. I'm going to Future Sight here. Actually, I'm going to Earthquake again in case they try to Magma Storm Taunt. Alright. Alright, so I shouldn't die here. I'm gonna Ice Beam, anticipating Zapdos or Garchomp to come out. They stayed in. I did get a freeze, though. I do get a nasty freeze. That's actually payback for Ferrothorn. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna sub on Dragapult here and go for the win. I believe I can get the win here, because everything is very chipped down for the Dragapult right now. Which is really good for me. It's really good for me. If Fini comes out, I beat it 1v1 because I can disable the moon. Yep. We're going to be able to disable the Moonblast. So we go for Dragon Dance here into the Phantom Force. So that freeze on Melmetal was huge. So you see they go for Moonblast. We just disable that because I'm now faster than Scarfini. So yeah, we disable it, we get behind another sub, and then we win the game. We win the game. I don't see how you stop this. And the best thing is it's clear body Dragapult, so Landorus can't just come in and intimidate me as freely as it wants to. The only thing we have to do is dodge a static from Zapdos. So what I'm gonna do here to make sure that the Garchomp goes down is I'm gonna Dragon Dance as a Volt Switch as the Fini comes back in. And what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to go for the sub. As I do go for the Moonblast, I'll disable. Because I know they're Scarf. Because they went first before I had the Dragon Dance up. Alright, Melmetal comes in. We just Phantom Force. As a double Iron Bash. If they're smart, they go and sack Zapdos here, trying to get the Para. If they're dumb, they give me the Heatran and a chance to get at the Fini. Yeah, so the Fini comes back in, and I'm just going to Phantom Force, because now I have 5 turns of Misty Terrain. I can't get Paralysis. So our Fini is going to die to this, 100%. There's no way a Scarfini is living this. I'm at +2. This is a big move, and that was never going to happen because they gave me Misty Terrain. So they choked by not giving me the chance to be Para. I'm just going to type in GG because I just click this move forever at this point. As the Landorus comes in, and we just Phantom Force again. Like, if I were them, I would try to see if Garchomp lives a hit. That's all I would do. I would just try to see if this Garchomp lives a hit. But right now, they're definitely struggling. As the Fini comes back, what I'm actually going to do here is I'm going to substitute. And I'm going to sub again, anticipating them to switch, since they know that I want to disable. They stayed in. What are you trying to do? Like, that was a throw in all technicality, because you should know that I want to disable. What are you doing? You're just giving me free damage on stuff. Like, are you gonna bash? Alright, so I have to kill Garchomp in one hit. Let's see if it happens. I haven't calced this in a while. I don't think it does. No, it doesn't. So that actually looks like a loss because my Ferrothorn is, it looks like a loss because of where my Ferrothorn is, which is frozen. So what I want to do here is go for the Earthquake and hope I crit the Fini. This is so annoying, right? Because I won if I get behind that sub. And I should have just gone for a sub yet another time. But I don't like that they stayed in the first time there. So we'll get rid of Mel, which is great. Fini should come in here. If Chomp comes in, Yeah, Feeny comes in, and what I'm going to do here is actually go into Magnezone. Yeah, so they're putting that up. So I'm going to force them to Earthquake here. If they Scale Shot, great play. I just can't believe they got the freeze on Ferrothorn so early. They Swords Dance, which I disagree with that. Magnezone definitely could have Body Press knocked you out there. So I hope you miss Scale Shot. I just hope you miss Scale Shot. You don't. Good job, buddy. Alright, let's see if I can Thaw here. If I can Thaw here, I think I win the game. Because they're at -1 defense, and I think a Body Press will knock it out. Oh wait, they have Fire Fang, yeah. I hate that because I definitely should have won, but I misplayed the Dragapult a little bit. But also, they froze my Ferrothorn really early, which mattered. It's been, like I said, it's been a long time since I used this team. Alright. Crobat looks absolutely amazing here. I'm going to lead with it as I go Landorus. I'm going to Brave Bird hard into this. Oh my god, 72%. Look at that damage. That Landorus is crippled now. Slowbro comes in, perfectly fine. We actually go into Slowking as a Future Sight, perfectly fine. What I'm going to do here is I'm just going to Future Sight myself. Cart wants to come in, that's completely fine. The Future Sight is up for me. I'm going to go into Landorus and get the -1 attack. As I do take that Future Sight, which does suck. I don't know if this is Scarf or not, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into Pharaoh. Alright, as they do that, I want Spikes up, because that looks like that really hurts their team. Yeah, as Blacephalon wants to come out, which is fine. A Flamethrower is very free. Shadow Ball looks very obvious because of Slowking. This is very likely Scarf. But they do Flamethrower, which is fine. I'm going to Earthquake here. Because I do need to hit this. This is a threat. This is a threat. That Flamethrower did a lot, though. I feel like that might be Specs. So it might be Scarf Cart and Specs Blacephalon. The only reason I say I don't know for sure if that cart is Scarfed is because it could be Pads, or it could also be Chokelberry. Or, you know, just something else similar to that. But I'm going to go for the safe Earthquake here. Landorus wants to come back out, that's fine. I'm just going to throw off another Future Sight. I'm not really afraid of this Landorus. Alright, so they do a lot there. This cart comes back in. We do get that Future Sight off, though. I'm going to go into Pharaoh, because I think that's the safest play. So right now, they're in range of the Future Sight. I'm going to go for Leech Seed. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So we actually get that, which is big. I'm going to knock here. Yeah, I'm going to knock, because we'll either get rid of Boots on Slowbro, or we'll knock off an item. And Cart might be the thing that wants to come out. I think Teleport's the play, but if they go hard Cart, yeah, that's going to go a long way, because that'll get rid of that helmet on Bro. Alright, so they're definitely going to Shadow Ball this time. I think I do sack Lando here. Yeah, they Shadow Ball. Now, Slowking should live 1, and I'll go for the Earthquake. Oh, no, it doesn't, because they're Specs. Okay. It does not because they are Specs. So Crobat comes out and clicks Brave Bird. And that was Scarf damage. I'm sorry, that's insane. I'll get rid of this. Yeah, I'll happily get rid of that Slowbro. So it is Scarf Cart after all. We're just going to go right into Ferrothorn as they knock, which is completely fine. I'm going to knock, because if I get rid of the Scarf on... Oh, they gave me the Blacephalon. That basically just means that I've won. I'm going to leech. So they leech life, which is fine. What I'm going to do here... Pult also can very much win unless that's Unaware Clef. So we're going to go into Crobat. And I'm just going to Brave Bird. Clef takes a billion from that. We get to go into Magnezone, which is faster than this. And will Thunderbolt. Yeah, it is faster than this. It will Thunderbolt. That's definitely Magic Guard Clef. Like, that is confirmed Magic Guard Clef. But I don't want to deal with Rocky Helmet with Dragapult. But as you can see, Banded Crobat just nuked a Clefable, took out a Slowbro, stopped the Blacephalon from sweeping, and it took out pretty much the entirety of a Landorus. So it has done a lot of work. The thing is, if they go into Landorus, they have to Earthquake. Like, they absolutely have to Earthquake. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to Toxic. So yeah, so they Earthquake there. And then all I'm going to do is get behind a sub. So the Earthquake, we disable now. We get behind a sub. Yep, the U-turn. Cart comes in. We Dragon Dance up so that we are faster. We disable that. And we get behind another sub. Oh my god, there's the disconnect! There's the disconnect! Oh! You gotta leave a like, guys. You gotta leave a like. This Dragapult set is insane. Shoutouts to Envy though, because this set is based on a set that I got from Envy. I'm going to imagine that it's Scarf Buzzwole as well, or something, because it's using Leech Life, which is kind of not normal. Like, I'm not gonna say it's like it doesn't ever run it, but it's not that common to see it. Usually it's Earthquake, Ice Punch, or Drain Punch, Ice Punch, Drain Punch, Earthquake. Sometimes it's 3 attacks Roost. It's usually Toxic 2 attacks Roost, though. If memory serves correctly. It's a really good partner for Spidef Clef, but yeah. But they definitely lost to this Dragapult set. So you know what happened? Crobat said, I'm going to take out half your team. And then the Dragapult said, cool, I just need to get one turn where I win. And that is exactly what happened. G to the G, opponent. So what? That's just the reason. That is the reason that you run Crobat. Crobat is a dope Pokemon. Always will be. Oh, this looks like a Crobat game right here. So we're going to lead with this Crobat. Landorus, you can get this massive Brave Bird. Look at that, 69%. 69%. We're going to go hard Magnezone as they go Corby. Yep. Ah, you love to see it. Bro, now the Corviknight in range of Crobat. So we've basically taken out a whole Landorus and almost an entire Corviknight in 2 turns. You gotta leave a like. You have to leave a like. We're gonna Toxic here as we are faster. Why are we faster? Bro, why are you running no speed on Landorus? What is wrong with you? Bro, you always run 2 speed on Landorus so you can be faster than Magnezone. As they end up going into Rapid Strike Urshifu, which is fine. I don't like this, but that's fine. Well, no, Magnezone is good to keep. No, you know what? I don't need Magnezone. Yeah, I don't need Magnezone, so what I'm going to do here is I'm actually going to go into Dragapult. And I'm going to sub as I go Landorus. Now, here is the fun thing. I'm going to Dragon Dance up as the Earthquake to get rid of that. We disable. We get behind another sub. We get behind a sub. That's the whole point. That's the whole point. When you don't expect this Dragapult set, it can clean you so easily. So they're going to U-turn, presumably into Weavile. If they don't go into Weavile, that's a throw. Because you gotta think, I got 631 speed as well. So it could be Sash Poltergeist. We don't know yet. Poltergeist definitely looks like it could sweep me if I'm not careful. Just because of the set that I am. Now, they don't know if I'm Dragon Darts, though. Because if I'm Dragon Darts, I pretty much win right now. Because if you think about it, all I have to do with Lele is disable it, and it struggles itself to death. Because it's most likely Specs. It could be Scarf, but if it's Scarf at this point, it doesn't matter. So as you see, my opponent is a little scared right now. The thing is, they'd have to land all 3 triple axles with Weavile. And if they go Weavile, I actually go hard into Ferrothorn, so it takes the chip. So we actually see this. I'm going to Dragon Dance up once, so that I am faster than if it Shell Smashes. As they go for the Shadow Ball, and I'm just going to disable that. I'm going to Phantom Force here, as they Shell Smash up. It is Sash. It was Sash. Because of course it was Sash. Alright. That really sucks. I'm gonna go to Landorus now. I've lost to Weavile. Actually, I've lost to, if it's Scarf Lele, I've lost to that. Hopefully, hopefully Stored Power won't knock me out. It does. This is GG. That's the one problem when you see a Poltergeist. Like, if it's Sashed, which is like, I should have got Rocks up, but I didn't. This is a decent game for Crobat, but it's going to be tough. What I want to do, actually, is I want to lead with the... if I lead Dragapult, I could potentially win, because they won't expect that, but I don't want to show that off yet. And I also need Garchomp weaker. So what I want to do is I want to lead with Ferrothorn. Of course, that's what you lead with. I have to go into Landorus immediately and Toxic. As a Fiery Dance. They do, unfortunately, get that special attack boost, which is not good for me. They are on a timer, though. I'm just going to go into Slowking. I can live any one hit. Alright, we're going to go Crobat on the Bug Buzz. That's obviously coming out. Yep. So let's take 18 that time. Let's take 25 this time. Fiery is going to come out, or Psychic. Good prediction, good prediction. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go into... It doesn't matter what I go into, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to Dragapult and bait the Bug Buzz. As I go for the Psychic, which really sucks for me. I can't win this. I legitimately cannot win this, so... Just because I got that lead matchup wrong. And they got the special attack boost from the Fiery Dance. Like, that is literally why I can't win this. So I'm going to go to Dragapult and see if I can win through that. Depending on what they go out to right now. If they go to, they end up going to this. I'm going to substitute on their Belly Drum. Oh, they Sticky Webbed. Oh, they Sticky Webbed. Okay, I'm going to Dragon Dance now. As they play rough, we're going to disable that. Alright, we Dragon Dance again. As I go into Corviknight, I'm going to get behind a sub. And this is bulk up Corviknight, GG. As they Drill Peck. Okay. I'm going to Dragon Dance again. So you're going to continue to Drill Peck, which means I'm going to disable you. Okay, I'm going to Dragon Dance again. And I'm going to go for the safe substitute here. Because I go Darkest Lariat, which is interesting. I'm on a Phantom Fort. Oh, yikes. Alright, there go Garchomp. It was Helmet Chomp the whole time? Come on, man. Come on, man. Give me a chance. I could win, actually, with this Ferrothorn. There's a chance I can win with this Ferrothorn. I'm on a Leech Seed here. And we're going to knock off whatever item this is. Was lefties. Body press. Roost and let me crit you. Roost and let me crit you. All I need is a crit. That's all I need. All I need is a crit. That wasn't the crit that I needed. So we'll eat that with ease. Yeah, you should have body pressed there. That was the play, but whatever. I'm gonna go Landorus here. Yeah, because they bulked up. I'm faster. Yeah. That's a drill pick. Now, you just go for body press here. It's very simple. Don't roost. Thank you. Alright, so that was just unwinnable because of what they led, which they should have never led Volcarona. Absolutely, in a million years, you never lead Volcarona there. I almost brought it back, but not quite. This is one of those... They have a Starmie. Alright, that's interesting. I'm going to lead with Magnezone because it can trap Ferrothorn. It doesn't die to Barraskewda. It can kill Pelipper. Yeah, exactly. I'm just going to throw off a very safe Toxic because odds are they're going to go into Landorus. So it's probably Weather Ball Landorus. I'm going to go into Slowking because I feel like that's the safest play overall. As I do put rocks up. I'm going to go for counter because I feel like you definitely U-turn. Because this would be a rain boosted Scald, right? Like you 100% fear that. And now something dies. Yeah, now something is gone. Because I click counter. Let's see it. Give me your full Ferrothorn right now. Or give me your Lele. Oh! 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 You gotta leave a like! You gotta leave a like! That was so dope! Look at that. An entire Tapu Lele gone! 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 Gone, I say! Be gone, thought! Too much power! And you can go ahead and get hit too. I'm going to body press here to get as much damage on that as possible. This is probably going to expanding force me. It could also pump here, but I do have Assault Vest Slowking, so I'm not too worried. Yeah, expanding forced. I'm just going to Earthquake to get as much damage as possible on this. Because I don't really have another good move to hit it. We end up getting actually a pretty decent chunk of damage on the Barraskewda. What I actually want to do here is I want to go into Landorus. It's basically useless at this point, and it'll take a close combat if they try to predict, which they do. And I'm going to put rocks up now, which is going to severely limit the amount of times that Barraskewda can come into battle. The Pelipper can come in, I don't care. I put this on a timer. I should be faster unless it's offensive Pelipper. I don't think that it is. We end up missing our Toxic, which sucks, but it is what it is. Landorus also lived that Scald, which wastes a rain turn, and we get the timer on Pelipper, which is big. They U-turn out, meaning they're going to take rocks when they come back in later, unless it's Boots Pelipper, which I didn't actually look at the rain turns. Scooter comes in. Sure. I'll Earthquake you. Like, I'm sacking this. So you're just going to take another round of rocks when you come back in. I've still got Crobat healthy. Crobat outspeeds your entire team. After the rain goes away, Crobat is the fastest thing out here. What I actually want to do is I want to go Pulp and waste another rain turn. So we're gonna do what we have been doing the whole time. Sub, they're gonna Earthquake, disable, they can't touch me, and then we go for a sub and get the Dragon Dance up. They've only got 3 turns of rain left as well. That gets disabled, we get behind a sub. They can only U-turn out. They can only U-turn out. It doesn't break the sub. Yep, and suddenly we are the most dangerous thing on the face of the planet. Yeah, and they just forfeited. And that, ladies and gentlemen, and those of other idents, is the power of Dragapult. And also counter Slowbro. You gotta admit, that counter Slowbro, that did some work. That did some work. Alright, so as you can see, Banded Crobat, a very cool Pokemon. It's not the best thing in the world, but it definitely does put in some work here and there. I think the team could use some adaptation, but I think the team overall is really good. We had some good games, we had some bad games where I misplayed a little bit, but, you know, that's just the way it is. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and get up out of here. Thank you all so much for watching. If you liked it, please leave a like, leave a comment, and subscribe if you want to see videos similar to this one. And we're going to see all of you in the next video that we do. Take care, everybody. Man.